I don't know, darling. I just pressed the going live button, so, yes, that is in fact Alex. I love you. Have a good day, darling. Can I get a kiss before you leave? Yay! A kiss from my beautiful wife. What a way to start the day. Mwah. Have fun. Boy. Well, that was unexpected. Oh, let me grab my water bottle real quick. Delicious, delicious agua. Okay. Everything seems to be working fine. I had I had TikTok open for some reason. Oops. That's not helpful at all. Let's see here. Is there anything else I need to do before I get going? I don't think so. Yeah, that's everything I need to do. We can just kind of sit here and chill and wait and just enjoy the day. Happy Sunday, by the way, everyone. It's the start of a brand new week. New week, same old me. Maybe it's a new you, I don't know. You're allowed to have like a life crisis at any point, really, but beginning of the month or beginning of the week feels like the most poetic way to do it, you know? Ah, well. So, how about them Mets? I don't know. There was a sports game on the TV at work the other day. And I don't remember who the teams were. I think the Cowboys was one of them. And so I said, my coworker said, "Oh, the Cowboys," or so whatever. Or either said like they were on or they're going to be on or something. So I said, "Oh, cool, yeah, the Cowboys, yeah." Or do we hate the Cowboys? Like I'm fine with hating the Cowboys if that's where you're at. And they started laughing at me. And I said, no, every time there's a touchdown and half the room cheers and the other half doesn't, I just say, congratulations, or I'm sorry that happened. I am perfectly willing to switch sides on a dime to match the energy of the room because I have no horse in the race. And they found that very amusing, which I'm happy for them, honestly. Thrilled, even. I don't understand sports balls. And at this point, I am too afraid to ask. So, When I was young, like a child proper, right? I was so unsure what the point of sports balls that I thought that people just chose a team at random and supported them. So I decided, I was like 8 at this point, that I was going to be a fan, air quotes fan, of the Miami Dolphins, the football team. I had never seen a football game in my life. I wouldn't see a football game until high school. And then it was only like high school football, right? But I decided that the Dolphins were my favorite team just because I liked the mascot. Fair enough. So one year, I was asked by some rando, "What's your favorite sports team?" Like an adult, like trying to like interact with me as a child. And I said, "Oh, the Miami Dolphins." And they said, "Oh, really? The Dolphins? Not a good year for them, huh?" And I gave this person the most like squinty-eyed look, like the most like I was like so unhappy with this individual. Because first of all, I did not know how the Dolphins were doing that year. I didn't think it mattered, for quite frankly. And also, how dare they speak ill of what I had decided was my favorite football team? What the fuck? It was very funny. And this adult, in hindsight, was just trying to connect with me as a child they did not know. And immediately they beans it up. They said the one wrong thing to make this child hate them right out the bat. Absolutely hilarious. If I were in that situation, I would simply curl up and die. All right, let's go ahead and get the game started. And boop. Howdy, farm hands. My name is Gata, and welcome. Oh, pardon me, everyone. Sorry, did not realize you were all trying to sleep here. Welcome to the stream. Once again, we are. Oh, I just realized I have to move the donation goal back because I'm a fool. Hold on. Donation goal needs to be centered in the middle of the screen. There we go. Much better. There we are. Oh. Are we getting on the baby? Look at all the hearts. Look at all. Yes, there we go. We have another Babby villager. Fantastic. We are back on the Haycraft server. Oh, even more villagers. Hot damn. So it turns out what I was missing for my Choopy, I'm trying to do the intro. Okay, he's calmed down. Turns out what I was missing for my villagers was a steady food source, which is makes sense in hindsight. I just kind of let these guys go for like 20 minutes and look at all of the villagers. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 villagers in town already, which is fantastic. We definitely want more. I want the village to be properly filled with people, if that is at all possible. Another thing that I considered doing was purposefully removing 2 villagers and bringing them to the other side of the river, but then they'd be running around when I'm trying to build stuff, and I'm like, maybe I'll wait until I've gotten the actual like main farm more built up and in place, if that makes sense. I still have to finish the roof on my own house. But that is then, and this is now. What we're going to work on today is building up some more houses for the villagers to live in, which means I have to go across the river and grab some resources and some food for me. And we're just going to have a chill building stream today. Just make some nice looking villager houses and see if we can't let the villagers work on producing more villagers to live in them. So, you know. All right. So if we pop in here, I believe I should have some cobble and wood just sitting around. Here's some cobble. I don't see any wood, but I'm going to put this extraneous whatnot back. We don't need all of these right now. Let's put you away. Let's put you away. I'm gonna put the white wool away. Put the rails in here. I don't see. I see some oak stairs. Nah. Oh, here's some more cobble. Some more delicious cobble. And you know what? Some cobblestone walls as well. Why not? Why not? That's all dirt. Some more cobblestone walls. I'll take that. And this is all arrows. Okay. All right. Let's hop and skip over to the creeper barrel and see if we can't get some more wood from those stores there. What I really ought to do when I have another off-camera mining session, which I haven't for a couple of days, I've been focusing on streaming more frequently, is... Oh, it's raining. Oh well. Is chop down all these mangrove trees. I planted those anticipating having a lot of free time to do not much but chop down resources. And then I surprised myself by actually spending some time playing the damn game. You know? It's like, wow. I can be an actual Minecrafter when I want to be. Who'd have thunk it? Let's bring the birch logs as well. We can make one house out of birch. Let's do bop, bop, bop. Okay. Is there anything else fun back here? Some more cobblestone walls. Good morning, Captain Comic Geek. Welcome in. Welcome in. How are you today, my dear friend? Oh, also, why is that? For being a professional Minecrafter, you'd think I'd be better at this. But alas. All right, so I have some beetroot. chomp on all that. You cut down a tree yesterday, so you're tired. How big was the tree? Because trees come in multiple sizes, and I don't want to belittle your labor or anything, but there is a reality where the tree you cut down was like a Charlie Brown Christmas tree, which is, I'm sorry to say, less entertaining or impressive. We have a Charlie Brown Christmas tree on our property. A little pine tree has grown, and it's slightly taller than me, but it's a wispy little thing. And my beautiful wife is like, I want that twink obliterated. She says, I don't want that tree growing in our yard. We want fruiting trees in our yard, not this. And I'm like, oh, but look at it. It's been growing so good. And she's like, no, get rid of it. I'm like, okay, all right. So now I have to go and dig up a tree. The problem is that we don't actually have... let's see, what do I have in my inventory? First of all, I'm going to plant all of these. We don't currently actually have a shovel, is the problem. So we can't rightly dig it up until that's been solved. You know what I mean? Let's see here. Let me... Palm tree about 2 stories. It's on bar with the upper floor of the folks' home. Interesting. Well, then that is, in fact, fairly impressive. Congratulations. Par, not bar. Oh, okay. Hello, Mr. Villager Man. Will you take these beetroot? Perhaps. Take these beetroot, share them amongst yourselves, produce more members of the society. Thank you. I'm gonna grab all this carrots. I'm gonna come over here and grab these carrots. And then... Alright. And actually, I'm also going to do this. Take the beetroot seeds, sir? Are you gonna go get them? Did I finish the Dark Machine? No, I have not touched the Dark Machine as of yet. Yes, Mr. Villager Man. Collect those, please. And then go make a bone meal out of them. The Dark Machine has to wait until we've repopulated the village properly. So we're gonna let them kind of do their thing until we have enough extraneous villagers that we can transport them over. I expect to be able to finish the Dark Machine by the end of the stream today. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Gillis says they saw the preview for next week's Gotchard and they showed Dread Type 3 and it looks so sick. I desperately need to spend time finishing up watching Gotchard. I got like 10 episodes in. I binged 10 episodes, took a break, and then promptly forgot to get back to binging it. So that's on me. That's on me, really. Let's see. We have some oak fences here. I could use those. I have a crafting table. I'm going to go bring this over to the building that I'm working on. And plop it down in there. Hello. Close this. Boop. All right. Let's make ourselves a chest. To put all the extra building materials in. Oh my god, you're a horror movie. You trick people in and then use them never to be seen again. Simmer down, simmer down. All right, cobble in here. Wood in here. Like this. Let's sort that. Let's sort. And I'll put the cobblestone wall in here as well. All right, so what was I working on with the roof? I needed... Hello? Hi. I was working on the walls. I need to get the walls up so I can properly work on the roof. So this needs to be sealed off for one. Nope. There we go. And then this needs to be built up to here. Doom-ba-doo-doo-doo. Tell me I'm wrong, Gata. The cult of the cube took a real dark turn. Well, yeah. Fair enough, honestly. Fair enough, honestly. I mean, we were talking about sacrifices. Blood for the blood god and all that jazz. I think I want this section here to be at the same height as this, and then have this wall and then this back wall go higher up to a second story. So both this and this are going to be like cute little add-ons. Occult? Dark? The hell you say? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Our cult is perfectly fine, and no one has died, and don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. How many blocks up did I have this wall? I only had it go 2 blocks up. Okay, that's actually much simpler. So, like this. And then we build up like this. And that's it, we're done. Okay. Neat. That doesn't feel right. Doesn't feel right. Because this goes 1 block higher. Is it because sacrifices don't count as death because their souls live on, having helped the higher purpose? Listen, you're asking for deep lore about my cult, and I don't know. I don't know. This whole thing started from a joke wherein I broke down the existing churches to replace them with my own. Like, I don't know. You're the VTubers audience. You come up with the lore. All right? You think it's so easy? You do it. It's your cult. Yes, well, if there's one thing I've learned about being a content creator, it's that I don't drive this jalopy. I just show up, say things, and you fuckers take it and run. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. Hello, kitty. Pardon me. All right. Go sleep. All right. Also, didn't I just come up with lore? It was pretty easy. Okay. All right. Well, if you're gonna be like that, I think what I want to do is have this be an A-frame here. Yeah. So this will actually be more like... This needs to go up a block, actually. So we're going to break you. Grab that. We're going to break this. And I'm going to use this to hop up this way. And then we're going to do one of these. Yeah, that feels better. That feels better. All right. All right, seal that off. And let's do this. Decided to watch Dragon Quest Your Story on Netflix because Toriyama. Really enjoyed it despite never playing Dragon Quest V, which is the one it's based on. Dragon Quest Your Story is... I don't want to spoil it for anyone who intends to watch it. It's definitely an interesting one. I'm not a big fan of, like, the ending. It very much is entirely about the nostalgia people have for Dragon Quest as opposed to being its own thing. It ends up being more of a meta commentary on a fandom that I am not an active participant in. So I know a bunch of it is like lost on me. It is mechanically a perfectly fine and interesting film. I would honestly suggest people just play Dragon Quest as opposed to like going out and watching it. That's my opinion as a fan/non-fan. I played Dragon Quest 1 through 4, 8, and a bit of 9. I have significantly less experience with Dragon Quest. I should have more, but I don't. All right. There we go. And then let's put... Choopy, can we please not do this? Can I beg of you to stop yipping? If we mod Sonic in, will you play more? Well, I can't lie and say that wouldn't help. I cannot lie. Oh, look at the kids running around and playing. Aww. Oh my god, there's so many of them. Oh my god, there's so many children. Okay, give me one moment. I do have to, Choopy. That's right, it's nap time. Come here. Uh-huh. Bark at the cat. Go, be happy girl. Good. I don't mind when it's just me at home, but when I have when the mic is hot, he could be quiet, and I'd love that. It'd be great. Let's see. Dragon Quest 1 is like the perfect short RPG. Max level is 30, and I beat the whole game start to finish in under 10 hours. Have they ever made a Sonic RPG in the style of Mario? Interesting you should ask. I mean, they've made one Sonic RPG. I haven't played it because it's not good. How do I want to do this? I think I'm going to pull... Yeah, I think I'm going to pull the rest of the wall up to be on par, and then decide how I want to do the upper floors. Sorry, you're trying to ask me questions about Dragon Quest and Sonic the Hedgehog, and I, a fool, am instead spending my time building things in Minecraft. How silly of me. I should know better, frankly. But no, the only Sonic RPG that's ever officially existed is Sonic Sonic Chronicles: The Dark Brotherhood, which is not good. I love a Project X Zone style RPG that features Nintendo, Sega, and Namco characters. You and me both, quite frankly. Something that I think I should probably do, just for my own sake, at some point here, is go back and rewatch Dragon Ball Z. Not Dragon Ball Z, sorry. Mario Brothers Z. Rewatching Dragon Ball Z would take forever. I might watch Dragon Ball Z Kai, though. I enjoyed what I played at Project X Zone 1, just had too many other games to play at the time. Fair enough, fair enough. Boop, 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 boop. And then this as well. I don't think putting a window in this would make a lot of sense. There we go. And let's seal this up as well. There we are. That's nice. A little nook and cranny there. All right. So I've got this big square box. You watched a little of Dragon Ball Super. I had to stop after a while. Dragon Ball Super is interesting in that it's basically a Dragon Ball fan fiction. Even if Toriyama was directly involved, like the original Dragon Balls and Dragon Ball Z ended up being its own, like the end of Dragon Ball Z was supposed to be the end of Dragon Ball, and it felt like it. Anything that came after had to revise that ending in a way that allowed for more stories. So it ends up feeling very much like a fan continuation. It's just the fan who continued it was the original creator. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with it, but you do have to experience it with the caveat of like, this should not have existed except in the very specific context where Akira Toriyama and Dragon Ball were as popular as they were. Does that make sense? They're still enjoyable, but there's something about it. There are good bits of Super, but there's so much to sit through to get to it. Yeah. I'm enjoying the Super manga. However, the thing is, right? Like, when Toriyama was making Dragon Ball Weekly, because Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z were originally a weekly manga, right? When the series was being made weekly, and he had to make decisions chapter to chapter, sometimes he'd go back and like add in a new detail about something he'd written previously, and it was like, oh, okay, right, because he was making small decisions in the immediate chapter and then having to move on from that new status quo. That's fine. With Super, the man had years to sit and think about his Blorbos, and as a result, like, he's ended up completely recontextualizing Bardock as a character, and I don't think that's good. I don't think the version of Bardock that's talked about in Super is as good a character or as useful a character as the original Bardock was from the first run, which was a character who existed and had a part to play in the demise of the Saiyans, but other than that, had no bearing on the story as we, the audience, knew it. His only contribution was that he was a neat backstory element for Goku, even if Goku had no idea who he was. And then in Super, spoilers for Super, there's an arc where they basically have someone be like, oh yeah, Bardock, that guy that was like nice and helped me. And it's like, what? No, the whole point of Bardock was that he was a murderous colonist until he realized that Frieza was gonna wipe out the Saiyans, and then his only concern was preventing the Saiyans from being wiped out. Like, you can't just, it's whatever. Honestly, it's whatever. It barely matters. But it does make me, someone who's been a fan of these characters for a while, feel kind of like, you know? Where do I want? I think I want the staircase to be here, actually. So I'm gonna do 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh, that's what's right in front of here, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Also, they suggest the reason Goku is so strong is Bardock wished for it. Well, that's interesting that you bring that up, actually. I also am not a big fan of... Yeah, there's a section in the new backstory where someone else asks Bardock what they should wish for on a dragon. They introduced a new dragon, by the way. They introduced a new dragon, by the way, which is fine. I'm not a fan of it, but it's fine. And they imply that the reason why, what he wishes for is that his sons would thrive. And there's nothing inherently wrong with that concept. If anything, I think it's actually kind of neat for Bardock as a character. He's not aware of what he's like actually doing, I don't think. He doesn't understand the ramifications of his wish, but he wishes that his sons would thrive. And then Vegeta, in the English translation at least, immediately says, oh, I see. So that's why you survived like the end of the Saiyans, because your daddy wished for it. Must be nice to have like the universe conspire. And Goku's like, what are you talking about? You were literally a Saiyan prince. You also were pampered. Like, come on. Which I kind of like that. I don't like the fan the fan interpretation that means that's why Goku is the main character, I disagree with that. I think it's more of like, yeah, if any one thing had gone wrong, Goku and Raditz would not have survived Frieza's extermination of the Saiyans. So this is supposed to be like an explanation for that, I guess. It's fine. And yeah, no, Raditz does get his shit rocked, so lol. Oops. Haha. Whoopsie. How do I wanna do this? I don't want to have to move the stairs over by 1. So I think what I'm going to do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, yeah, let's do that. Let's make an 11 by 11 square, and we'll build this up. And then include a little porch segment. Let's break you and you. And then we'll put oak fences around. My favorite bits of the Super anime is the bits in between major arcs where the cast just kinda dick around. Yeah, honestly, that's the best part of it. The adventure stuff is not bad. It's fine. Tournament of Power is pretty damn fun. But the big appeal is knowing that the adventure is more or less like just seeing the characters interact outside of world-ending threats. Jelly Vegeta is probably one of my favorite arcs. I like Vegeta, okay? I'm not sure I like how he is used in Super. There is a level of character regression that worked in the Buu arc, because the Buu arc was very much about Vegeta essentially having a midlife crisis. And like, then it ended, and that's fine. I didn't like much of GT at all. Vegeta was just kind of there for GT, which is probably the best way to handle him for what GT was going for. But with Super, it's like, well, we're doing more Dragon Ball Z, and we want the fans to have all the Dragon Ball Z stuff they love. So I guess Vegeta has to be back.
Captain Comic Geek has to leave. He's asked me to say a bad word as a send-off. Okay, here I go. Poop.
Wow. All right. Well, bye, Comic Geek. In GT, Vegeta spends most of his time as a mecha for Baby, which is more interesting for Baby than it is for Vegeta. Do I want another tower on top of this? Or do I want to... No, I'm going to cap it off. This doesn't need to be any much higher. It's fine. So let's make... Vegeta in GT. I'm going to try growing a mustache. Which is funny because Toriyama had established in Z that Saiyans don't grow hair. But then they wanted Vegeta to have a mustache. So I guess that was retconned to... So, okay, we're back. Let me turn this off as well. And I'll have to move the donation goal back to the center. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. So I figured out why it does that. Why the stream will almost randomly decide to just drop down to 0 kilobytes and then be unable to be salvaged. I have to completely exit the program and then reopen it. The reasoning why is because there is a plugin that is, for whatever reason, either it's out of date or it's corrupted, and whenever it tries to run that script, no, it wasn't the meatloaf. Whenever it tries to run the script, it just completely fucks itself over. So I know this. The problem is I don't know what script it is, and I haven't had the time to completely redo my stream setup because that requires a lot of effort. Pardon me, smile. What do you mean there's monsters nearby? Oh, for the love of... Let me go to sleep, damn it. God damn it. Hold on, I'll find a bed. There we go. So I need to go through and redo my OBS. I am the monster, it's true. That's true. Pardon me, villagers. Oh. Thank you for the veg. What's happening to the Iron Golem? Where is he? Oh, hello. Iron Golem on fire? Iron Golem where? You okay, bud? You doing good? Thank you for the veg. I should have some iron ingots. Around here somewhere? No, I don't. Lots of iron whatnot, but no iron ingots. That's fine, I guess. I'll fix them up later. Let's finish this house first before anything else. Do-ba-dee-do. Alright, so let's do one of these. Let's actually duplicate the cross window look. Saves me on some oak. It makes it feel like I knew what I was doing. Cross window. And then here, cross window. And there we are. Now, for doors, I'm going to want to put you... I'm going to do like this. Boop, boop. There we go. And we have a little outside patio area. Should probably put doors here as well, actually. Let's put one side door here. Oh, hi, Jun. Welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you for tidying up. I'm going to want to put some pressure plates down as well, so that the villagers never accidentally keep a door open. There we go. Fantastic. All right. Now we only have 3 cobblestone stairs. Should probably fix that. Let's see here. And actually, a back window or 2 would not be remiss. And there we go. Get a little bit of extra lighting here. There we are. I will still want to put torches down here, but for now, this will do. I can't put windows on this side, as there is going to be a building here at some point. All right. So let's grab some more cobblestones, make some stairs, and actually, let's make another pressure plate for right here, just now, for now. I'll do the floors in a minute. Uh-oh. Oh, my computer updated and decided, you know what, you're not allowed to play the game anymore. Thanks, Pewter. Thanks, Pewter. All right. Make a bunch of stairs. Make a bunch of stairs. I'm probably gonna need more cobblestone after I've made all these stairs. Dooba 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 doop. Fantastic. I saw the Boom Boomager ending on Twitter, and I love that Boondorio sings it. I have not seen the episode yet. I've seen some clips of like the fight scenes, and that's it at the moment. So I don't have an opinion just yet, but I think that we're in for a ride. And I say that with love. I think this is gonna be a good one. I can feel it. I can feel it in my soul.
Get that cowbell ready, farmer. It's Lul mate. Welcome to the stream.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome in. How are you doing, Lul? Welcome to the stream. We are working on building a house for our testificates. We are trying to improve the living conditions of our villagers, specifically so we can then exploit them for labor. Long time no see, Gata. Yeah, it has been a hot minute. How are you doing? Of course, I must stress, no one is ever required to come to my live streams, so don't feel bad if it's been a minute since you've shown up. I don't like keep track or anything. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. What have you been up to, my friend? I have. You're ill right now? Oh no! I'm sorry. It's not the COVID, is it? You haven't caught the Rona? Regardless of what it is, I hope you feel better soon. Take care of yourself. Make sure you get lots of rest. Stay away from any computer screens. Except for the one you're using to watch me. That's fine. You should definitely still watch me. Whenever my beautiful wife is sick, I become a menace because I am like, you want to be better, so you need to do things that will make you better. So, you shouldn't eat a lot of greasy, fatty foods. You shouldn't be having a lot of screen time. You should be resting. You should be, letting your body recuperate. And my wife goes, no, I don't feel good, so I want Taco Bell. And I say, no, you can't have Taco Bell. You're physically ill. Taco Bell will not help your body fight off the infection. Here, have some delicious and nutritious foods. And she goes, no, I don't feel good, so I want to be comforted with comfort food and my comfort TV shows. And I take the, gross. Your throat almost killed your voice today. Ugh, hate that. I hate that so much. You know what? Actually, I take that back. I would take a sore throat over nasal congestion any day. Any day, right? Like, if I have a sore throat, I know sign language. I can communicate using just my body if it needs to, right? I can just be quiet and leave it be. Gata starves his wife. This is so sad. No, that's not what happens. That's not what happens at all. How dare you? How dare you? Can't believe this. No, I feed my wife good food, delicious food, nutritious food, food that will help her body heal from the infection it is currently fighting. But she goes, no, I want fast food. I want chicken McNuggies. And I say, no, you're not allowed. Poor Jessica. Yes, I'm clearly the worst husband ever. Clearly, I'm the worst husband ever. Jesus Christ. On the flip side, though, right? When I'm sick, Jessica thinks, oh, my husband doesn't feel well, I will comfort him, which means that she is constantly trying to cuddle me and lay in the bed with me and hold my hand and be like, it's gonna be okay. But when I'm sick, I don't want physical affection. I want her to leave me the fuck alone so I can sleep it off. So it's like we both try to give each other the care we want when we are sick, and then we completely completely work around each other. So I'm ill, and she's worried about me, so she's trying to like cuddle me and give me love, and I'm like, darling, I appreciate that you are trying to give me affection, but I would love nothing more than to be left the fuck alone until this passes, please. She's like, but I'm so worried about you. And I'm like, Jessica, leave me here to die. Gotta starve his wife of affection. No! No! So when I first moved down to Florida, there's a lot of things about a person you don't know until you live with them, because they're not even aware that what they're doing is not quote unquote normal, right? So the first time that my beautiful wife and also my sibling-in-law Kaiju, because they live with us at that point in time, came down with a cold. They both got it because they're twins, so you know. They were both the worst patients I have ever had to deal with. I was trying to ply them with Gatorade and saltine crackers, and I'm like, all right, well, you need to have this, you just have some rest. They're like, well, no, we just need some Dayquil. And I said, I mean, yeah, we should probably get you some Dayquil so that you'll, like, you know, not feel so bad. And they said, but if we take Dayquil, then we'll be fine. And I'm like blinking into the silence like, wait a minute, hold on. I said, are you two under the impression that Dayquil cures you of your cold symptoms? And they were like, does it not? I'm like, no, it does not. It just masks the symptoms so you can continue with your day job or whatever. It doesn't actually cure the common cold. I was beside myself when they said that to me. I was like, what do you mean? What do you mean you think that taking Dayquil completely removes the cold from your body? Excuse me, sir. What is my common cold having record? What do you mean? Like length of time I've been infected or severity of the infection? All right, this building is done. Yes, you say. Yes, okay. So the worst cold I have ever had was I was fresh out of high school and I was sick for a week. It wasn't the flu, and it wasn't anything worse than that. It was just a really bad head cold, and that lasted for a week. And during that time period, I read Homestuck. I was in bed for a week, so I spent the whole week just reading all of Homestuck because I hadn't up until that point. I need to go back to my stores and get some torches because I don't have any coal around here. So that was the longest I've ever had a cold. The most severe cold I've ever had. Okay, the most severe cold I ever had was probably more than just a cold. I had such a heavy fever. I was having fever dreams. My wife was like unironically concerned that she was gonna have to take me to the hospital because of how bad it was. I was feverish. I was unable to remain conscious for long periods of time. And I vividly remember the worst fever dream that I had was I was in the trenches of World War I, and I had a machine gun. And in the dream, I was aware that that was not historically accurate, and I was actually a little upset about that. Like, damn, I'm gonna have dreams that aren't historically accurate? Come on, man. I'm better than this. I'm better than this. At one point, beautiful wife tried to put me into a cool bath to get my temperature down. And she got the water in there, and she put me in the bath. I lowered myself into it, and she said, "Okay, I'm gonna go get your Gatorade so you have something to drink. I'll be right back." She walked out of the room, picked up the bottle from the table, and walked back into the bathroom where I was in the tub, and I was standing up. And she said, "Honey, what are you doing?" And I said, "I've been in here for hours, so it's time for me to get out." Apparently, in the 2 seconds it had taken her to leave the room and come back, in my mind, I believed that an inordinate amount of time had passed and that I needed to get out of the bathtub or else I would turn into a prune. It was not good. It was not good at all. Okay, so this house is done except for the floor on the inside. So let's go ahead and do that. Do I have a shovel? I don't believe I do. Oh, I was worried you had passed out. Oh, no. Funnily enough, I have caught COVID twice. All right, which is not great. Actually, can I admit something to you guys? Can I admit something to you guys? And this might be a bit of a downer. But I've never really verbally said this, and I feel like if anyone would be able to commiserate or like understand, it would be the individuals in chat right now. So I have caught COVID twice. Oh, that's, not ideal, I guess. That's fine. I have caught COVID twice, and each time that I have caught COVID, I genuinely believe that it has slightly impaired my ability to be a streamer. This isn't like an excuse for like, oh, and that's why I can't keep a schedule or anything, but I think back to the kind of content I was able to produce, the kind of performances I was able to do before I caught COVID. And part of me, and I don't know if it's paranoia or legitimacy, thinks that I may unironically have had Jun said something very funny. Quote, "COVID doesn't let me stream well anymore." Well, your internet isn't helping either. Yeah. Hi everyone. Hello. So, before I finish my thought about COVID, I actually figured out why OBS is doing this. I mentioned previously, but for everyone who just joined, there is